were somehow, banned from the game, will you ever come back?
Um,
So, what is up, everyone? And as you guys know, we have somebody special, today. This is going to be, the number 800 subscribers. This is something crazy that I never thought I was gonna able to be. Today we're having our first guest, of the channel ever, bro. Everyone, welcome to FAZADAWA, bro. What's good, man? How's it going, man? Thank you so much, by the way, for accepting me. Thank you so much, for being so nice to me. It's always appreciated, man. And how are you, man? How are you? Talk to me. Talk to me.
yeah, hello. Yeah, I am good.
You're good. I'm glad, man. How was your weekend? Cause right now it's 1 a.m. in Denmark, and for me it's only 7 p.m. So, how was your weekend, man?
Yeah, it has been a fine weekend. It is a little bit late now, but I've been out all day, so yeah, first got time now.
It's always good, It's always nice to spend time with friends. It's always important, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Well, so first, well, we're gonna be starting, So I don't take too much of your time, because it's very late for you. And but yeah, so basically, talk to us, man. Who are you, man? Who are you in the community? Can you like give us your name, for those who probably might not know you? Who are you, man? The mic is all yours.
Yes, so I am FAZADAWA, and I am yeah, I play here too. I mainly play on cops, and yeah, I will say I am pretty well known in the cops community.
Yeah, well, that's actually really cool. Like that's really nice. You're actually the number two, in top cups player of all time, and that's something that is very admiring for me, especially since I barely get to 700,000, and this guy literally did over 7 million cup points. And talk to us, man. When did you start playing Hill Climb Racing 2?
Yeah, so I started the game in 2018 in the summer.
Okay, okay. Did any of your friends told you about the game? Like how did you figure out the game, or you just saw it, like somewhere? And how did it started? How did it started?
Yeah, so I don't really remember actually why I started playing it, but yeah, I think I just has found the game, and yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, for me, I started playing this game, like at the beginning of this year, But I've known, Hill Climb World, since like probably like 2014, because this company is very very old, and honestly,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Also,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, and keep talking, keep talking. If you gotta talk, bro, I'm gonna be
yeah.
quiet.
Also, the Hill Climb Racing One. Also, I also used to play that when I was like a little sometimes. So yeah, also there I played it. Like
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
like some just
I mean, yeah, I have a lot of good, fun memories, in the first game, So the second game, just made it even better, in my opinion.
yes, it's also fun because a lot of people know about the original game, the first version.
Exactly, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really well-known game.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly for me. I think it's one of the most downloaded games, of all time. I'd say, because everyone that I knew played that, like at least the very first game, back in the day.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, I agree.
Oh, so yeah, and now let's going back, to Hill Climb Racing 2. Like, what made you basically decide, like for you, what made you decide that cups what that you wanted to do in the game? Like, why not adventure? Why not anything else? Why specifically cups? What do you find yourself like in cups? That made it different from anything else in the game.
Yeah, so yeah, basically on the start of the game, I started the game like close to around the cops update came to the game. So I basically been there from the start, but I did not really play so much cop in the start actually.
Oh yeah.
It has been some months in 2018, probably August, September, something. I did 200,000 season.
Okay, hey, that was not a bad start, for like only the very first time, it's always a really cool. I'm pretty sure you had one of the best starts in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, but yeah, it's not because it was not my first season. It was I started play um in July, and it has been maybe yeah 1 or 2 months after I started. I did the 200,000 season.
Wow, that is crazy, man. And talking about cups, talking about let's start, your journey, uh, let's start, like how does it feel, like getting literally the top number two most cup player, like most cup points, it's exactly 7.8 million in 31 days, bro. How does that feel, man?
Yeah, that is it is pretty crazy actually because yeah it is yeah it is pretty impressive to know like you has the second best cup season ever. It is
Yes,
like
yes,
not many
yes.
people can say they have that.
Yeah, actually, not a lot, not a lot. And I remember, when I started playing this game, people, in the team that I'm currently in RB's 3K. People were starting, putting flags, like of Denmark, to support you, man. You had everyone, on your side, back in the beginning of January, bro. That was actually, like one of the cool experience, man.
Yeah. I know a lot of people from the Arby's team, and I think like actually it was more on the ending of the season. They was like more for me in the start. They were all on like Hunians and like they wanted him to do the 10 million season.
Exactly. Yeah, and talking about who needs, actually, I reacted to the whole video of Yasi, like the whole Cup's history, and
Yeah,
I
yeah, I know
saw
that.
you, bro. I saw you overtaking Hunins, man. That everyone thought that Hunis was gonna take the number one spot, but out of nowhere, man, you just like decided not to take the one number one spot. That for me, it's called just dedication, right there, man.
Yeah, as the start of the season, my original plan was actually only to get 5 million season points.
Yeah, and
But
yeah. Keep talking, keep talking.
yeah. So about halfway through the month, I could see I will get like way more. I basically had almost 5 million like in 3 weeks, and yeah, in the end, I really I was like, there's no way I'm gonna do 7 million and not win the season. And I
Exactly.
saw
Uh huh.
Kunins, he was slowing down like real quick, and he was actually not playing so much.
Hmm.
And like I could see that I had like the possibility to probably win the season. So I just did everything I could, and it ended up pretty good.
Yeah, and do you think about, if it wasn't because Hunins, never to stop, like never stop grinding, as much, like as he was supposed to, do you think that would have impacted you, like in the final results?
What do you mean, like how much I would have played compared to him or what?
Yes, because, I saw on Yas's video that Hunins was just basically going crazy, but out of sudden, he just, like you said, he stopped playing the game as much and stopped grinding a little bit. Do you think that had like an impact on you, of saying, oh wait, maybe I can overtake him.
Oh yeah. So actually, before the month started, I knew I was gonna play, and I knew Hunins was gonna play. And Hunin said he was doing 10 million, and I was like, I cannot do that. There's no way. And yeah, my plan was also only 5 million, so that was what I was going for.
Yeah, that's.
And
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm. Well, and mm-hmm,
so
mm-hmm.
yeah, so kind of yeah, I saw like Hunin, he was slowing down. And if he not has done that, I probably would not have played so much in the end of the month. I would probably only got maybe 6 million or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, it had pretty much because if he just was ahead and I had not any chance to yet to get up around where he was. Yeah, probably would not have played so much, but he did slow down. So I saw the opportunity to probably win the season. Also, I kind of hoped in the start of the season that he probably would would get tired or something, so I could win the season.
Yeah, and talking about like the performance, like and about the journey of this stuff, like did you like how many hours on average did you started to play? After you wanted to, that you thought that you will actually have a chance to overtake Hunins. Like, what was the beginning, of the journey, for 5 million, and what was the immediate change when you decided, to try to overtake Hunins? Like, how many hours? How many hours did you average to play, at the beginning and then later?
Yes, so in the start, like the first days, I was not in school or anything, so I just played as much as I could basically, and I got 1 million in the first 4 days.
That's crazy.
What is over 5 million PS. But and yeah, when I had some days with school, so I played less.
Hmm.
But when my school ended, and I just played around maybe 10 to 15 hours per day,
That's
pretty
crazy.
much.
That's crazy. And right now that you were mentioning about school, man, like, what was your school, like, life, like, for grinding as much, like, what was it like?
Yes, so basically I had 3 days of school for the whole month. Because I was kind of chancing from what I was doing in school to something else. So I first started my school again on the 2nd of February on the Monday. So basically I had 3 days of school in the start of the month, and when I just I did not have any more school in the month.
Well, that's yeah, yeah, because the system, in Denmark, it's completely different here from the United States. Yeah, we use a different system. Like, we don't do that stuff. We take pretty much, like July, August off. But you guys are still in school. And then at the beginning of the next year, that's when you guys actually start, to have days off, from school. Like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, actually, like in Denmark, it's not in like the summer. We only have like about a month and a little bit more of the summer holiday. And like usually in the winter, it's not usual you have like days off in January. Normally you will just be in school all month. But it was because I basically like changed and I had to like move to another like part of the school I am doing. So I had like basically a month without school.
That's cool. And besides school, like, besides the fact that you knew that you had no school, during that whole January, like, what was the most difficult barrier, like what was the like main obstacle, during that huge cup season? Like, what is something that was on your way, like, that was trying, to not help you make to 7.8 million?
Yeah, there's always some things you need to do. Like you cannot just, or at least for me, I cannot just like say, hold on, like I'm actually doing nothing now. I still had things to do. So yeah, of course I could not like play every time. If I could, that I probably would have done some more cup. But yeah, I
Yeah,
also had things to do still.
yeah, like,
And yeah, also, when you get around the middle of the month, you start getting tired of playing so much and like thinking about I could also stop and do something else, something better. But
hmm,
yeah, when again in the end of the month, like the last 2 weeks, I could see I had actually a chance to win. And yeah, when getting tired out with that and just play as much as possible.
yeah, I'm pretty sure about you mentioning that you were tired. I'm pretty sure that it involved too. It was involving here mentally, and also physically. I'm pretty sure they both, like, had a huge impact back in January.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and well, and right now that we're talking about, the cup grinding, we're talking about, like, that we knew that you had the whole month off. Like, what do you think is what do you think about the what's it called? Wait, right now I'm just looking at the questions, by the way. Right now I'm just looking at the question. We're going in
Yeah,
order,
yeah,
so it's easier. All right. What makes you focus on cups so much? Like, compared to other modes, back in January. Like, what's something like? what makes you, you know, like what makes you get all your attention in cups back in January?
Um, yeah, I think because like in January, I know I had like a month free, and I actually really wanted to see how many cups I could do in a month. Also, but the goal was 5 million because my previous best season was 4 million. So I feel I will try improve it, or maybe do more if I could. And yeah, so I like saw it as like the chance to do, because there will probably be a very long time before I have like a month like that again, if I ever get that.
Yeah, yeah, and talking about cups, you know, since exactly what you did is crazy and involves cups, you know, what is your favorite cup maps? What is your favorite one, and which one do you hate the most?
So I think my favorite cups is probably the Hill Climb Cup, the original two-track cup, the first one. Um, Also, I do like the More Minds Cup. I actually like that cup pretty much.
You like more
For some
mines?
reason, I think it's a pretty
That,
good cup. I also like um, what is it called? The cup, Mountain Bridges. I also like that cup pretty much. It's pretty
okay.
fun. I also used to have a world record in it with Radica.
That's yeah. I'm assuming, you know, like I mean, if it's your favorite map, you know, you're gonna play it as much as you want to because you cannot get tired of it.
Nah, exactly.
Exactly, bro.
It's always good when you're
Yeah.
playing cups, and a cup you like come up, you're like, oh yes, I gotta play this also.
Oh yeah, yeah, and now that we're talking about the right side part, you know, for me, like my favorite maps for me is the Forgotten Highway because it's just basically one run, and I'm a very big fan of races, you know, like of movies that require a lot about races. So like whenever I'm in Forgotten Highway or Freeway, I just basically feel, you know, that I'm in a movie, and for me that's my favorite one. And for me, the ones that I don't like the most of them, you know, it could be mines because, you know, like it's just so complicated for me. I don't know why, but there's something in my brain that always makes me, you know, like lose on those cups. But now that we finished talking about the ones your favorite maps, you know, the ones you like the most, and the ones you could easily do world records, which one is the one that you, whenever you faced it, you were like, not this again, man.
Hotcap cup. That is some shit.
For us say shit.
Um, it is a bad cup, the Hotcap cup. There's like there's so many like blind landings, so many suspension books. Like anything just can go wrong there, and it is just a shit cup.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's so true, man. You know, I mean, I personally, you know, like I played with it, and honestly, it's not my favorite ones, to be honest. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Also,
uh
other
huh.
cups are like the Night Drive cup. I also hate it.
Which one?
The Night Drive cup.
Oh, Night Drive Cup. Oh, okay. Why? Why that one? Why that one?
It's just a weird cup, and like it is really easy to do something that makes you lose. And yeah, I don't like the cup. Also, Spring City is also like the cup is not so bad, but the people you play in the cup usually sometimes get some insanely fast times that are like faster than your personal best if you're like using muscle car, and they just come in like some random vehicle, just do like crazy times, and you have like no chance to win.
Yeah, yeah,
That also
yeah.
I don't like the cup much for that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, like I just feel the game just wants me, you know, to rage quit, man, and they just pair us, you know, against these random players that somehow get a way better score than us, you know, and we've played the exact same come all over and again, and how come this random guy just come out of nowhere, and they just go, okay, bro, I'm just gonna beat you by like 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Like also they usually use like another card that is like specifically good for that exact like cup, or like 2 rounds of the cup, which just make you lose because yeah, I don't know. chance to win it for some reason, and like there's no chance to beat them.
And now that we just finished, talking, about the cups, and about how sometimes the game, just makes us want to rage quit. Uh, Basically, how many have you spent any money in the game? If so, how much like an average do you think have you would have spent?
Yeah, I have spent a lot of money in the game. I have quite a lot of premium passes over the time, and also some bundles here and there. I had VIP only 1 month of all the time I played. So like yeah, it's not really something, but like the premium pass I had with if there was like a vehicle pin or look or something I wanted, and also some bundles I bought over the time. So I think I probably spent around maybe 2,500 danske kroner.
And
Not dollars.
all of the
Not
journey.
dollars. Yeah, not in dollars. 2,500 danske kroner. Not dollars.
Okay, how much do you
I
think
don't,
that will be in dollars? Like an estimate, not
I
an
don't know
ex.
how many dollars that is. Maybe I actually don't know.
Wait,
I
wait.
don't know dollars.
Wait. Let's do the math real quick. Let's do the math. Wait. You exactly spent yeah, from Denmark. Yes, you spent $384. That's crazy, man. That is just insane. You wanna know how much I've spent? In only 3 months of playing the game.
In only 3 months, can I hear?
I've spent $3,000.
Holy shit, man.
Bro, I don't know.
I saw you did that with the 100,000 GMs. That was kind of crazy.
Oh my gosh, I used, bro. It was 150, 175 ish, but that's insane that you remember that. That is crazy. But yeah, man, I don't know how much money that would be in Denmark, but that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I think how many dollars you said it was again?
In the money that you have spent, in total in Denmark, you spend like less than $400, less.
Yes. How much did you spend in Danish money?
All right. I spent 19,504.
Oh, whoa, that's a lot.
I could have bought a lot of food with that stuff, man.
What? That is so much. What?
Hey, but the math is there, bro. The math is there, and you have my live stream, that shows that I'm not lying. But
Yeah.
that's
That is still that's really a lot.
yeah, that's true. And talking about like how much time, and how much money we spend, how much how many hours do you think we spend in total on this game?
Probably like 5,000, I will say.
5,000. In just hill climb racing too.
Yeah, 5,000. I think is pretty. Yeah, I think it's like around that, pretty much.
And that's cool. I mean, that's really nice. I mean, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot of experience, man. That's always good.
Yeah.
Do you ever whenever you started, doing the journey, for 7.8 million? Like, how often did you ever get bored of cups? And if so, why did you stop? Why do you still? Why do you kept playing? Cups.
Yeah, of course I get bored because when like you start off the day, you maybe play I don't know 50,000, 100,000 cups just straight, and when I would usually make some food, um, and when I would play like 100,000 more points,
Ah,
and and yeah, when you have done that, taking a little break and it's that like you get like really tired and be like I don't want to play too much more in today, but like just gotta keep going
yeah, I mean,
because yeah,
life. That's just
you
that's
can't
just
just
how
stop
life
that.
works. That's just how life works.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, do you have like besides school? Do you have like a job or something?
No, I just thought I'd go to school.
You focus mainly on school.
Yeah, because I am on something in Danish you call it læreplads, and I earn money from that. Like in school, I earn money
Ooh.
from that.
Ooh, wait, that sounds really cool, man. So you must be a really good
Yeah,
student.
no, no, it's not like that. Or you, I don't know. I'm fine in school, you know. But it is like basically I have taking some education. I will believe you would call it college in English, maybe.
Okay.
Um, that I started on last year when I finished off the, you know, the Norman, the basic school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, when and when you like do that, you are in school, and when you get out on like basically a job actually,
Yeah.
you work there, but it's still like school related, so you can like be, yeah, you earn money from it also, so it is pretty good.
Yeah. And talking about, that you were mentioning about school, and that you want you're focused on mainly on school, it's a priority you have. Do you think school will ever do you think you will ever stop playing cups, or just playing the game someday?
Um, I don't know, probably someday I will stop playing, but I don't have any plans of stop playing actually. But this new update that came with the cup doublers, and that is something I definitely don't like. Also, you can buy kilometers. I really don't like it, and I think it or I don't think it do destroy
Mm-hmm.
the competition in corps in general.
Yeah.
And yeah, it kind of makes me not want to play big seasons anymore because you cannot like really see if people uses the doublers or not. Personally, I am not gonna use the cup doublers because I think it's yeah, I think it's a really bad thing because
Mm-hmm.
everything previously done get totally like it's not worth it, or it is worth the same, but if new people do the same, maybe if you do like 8 million now, it is like doing 4 million if you have cup doublers the whole time. But when again, maybe you can only use cup doublers maybe half the time, and when you're done basically like a 5.5 million season,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it is hard to see how many, yeah, how many cups they actually played with it, and it just, yeah,
Do
it is
you
not so
yeah.
good. So,
Do you think, like, in your honest opinion, do you think that Fingerself basically spits on your face and everyone else's?
a little bit maybe because like the last days here since the update came out, I have not really played the game much actually.
Mm,
But like, it's not because I am not gonna stop play the game. I will still play the game, but I am pretty much done with doing like, you know, these big seasons because it is like you cannot like trust if the people you play against uses the cup doublers or not, how much they use them. You actually don't know how good you rank in the leaderboard compared to how much you play, you know.
yeah, yeah. And that you were saying, that you will still play in the game, I had another, question that what my people on YouTube asked, I mean, all of these questions, have been literally, everyone's questions from YouTube posts, but this one specifically as well, it's always, like related to this specific subject as well, since you were mentioning it. Do you plan on doing other modes besides, cups, maybe like try adventure or events?
I do play the public event also, and I play team event. But adventure, I don't really play adventure. The only thing I do with
Yeah,
adventure is
yeah. Okay.
if there comes like a new vehicle and a new map, I do like one go on the new vehicle and the new map, and when I just leave it there,
Yeah.
I don't play adventure.
That's what we like to hear. No, okay, no. It's because I don't play adventure, bro. I don't like. I just don't like it as much, But and now that you're
Yes, same.
mentioning it, that you're mentioning it, I was like, hey, let's go. Hey,
Yeah, I don't like adventure modes. Like I can see why people like it because it is competitive. Yeah, it is competitive, and And yeah, I could see like it could be fun, battling about getting the best scores and all that, most cars and all that. But I just don't find it fun to do.
Yeah, and people sometimes, they just say why, and I'm like, everyone is different, like you might not like it, but maybe your friend, loves adventure mode way more than cops, and that's something that we all have to respect, at the end, because everyone, likes different stuff, but we know.
Yeah, it is. It is like that because like people in general, they don't really, they don't really like the cop players overall because they're like, why don't you play adventure? That's so weird and all that shit. But yeah, like how many adventure players actually do play cop? It is not many.
Yeah, and you know also why they probably say that too, because if you give it a close look, Hill Climb Racing technically comes from adventure mode. Technically.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah. And if you had to switch from, Cubs, um, would you switch to time attack or adventure, which one will you choose?
I would probably switch to time attack. I also used to do a lot of time attack also because like before I like really started playing cops, I did quite a lot of time attack. So I would move to time attack.
WW. You are loyal, bro, to yourself. You are loyal to no adventure mode. That's what we like to hear, man.
Yeah, I don't like adventure. Don't like it.
No,
I
no, no,
I find it really boring. So yeah.
no. Okay. So now let's go to the interesting questions. We're about to finish already, man. It should be quick, man. If you were somehow, banned from the game, will you ever come back?
Um, Probably I would have said before the update, I would have said yes. But now that the update is here and like the cops is yeah, it has changed it a lot. And I think if I got banned, I would probably I have a second account and I will probably just play a bit on that, but I will not think I will come back like at the same as I play like on my main.
Yes, exactly. Because that will basically, because the main account, it's not just about, it's not just about, the money that you spend on the account. It's also, about the time that you spend, like 5,000 hours, the memories, the sweat, from doing that that crazy record, that's just something that the money cannot buy.
Yes, that's also like if you come back on a new account, it's like it is not the same.
Yeah, it's basically, whenever you go to eat your favorite food, like let's say maybe your parents make it, and you like their food, and then whenever you go somewhere else to eat it, it's tastes like it doesn't taste the same.
Yeah, it isn't the same. I know what you mean.
Yeah. And honestly, talking about uh, talking about the your life in the game and your accounts. Uh, is your current skin, the one you have right now, is it inspired by the player Matsevandra? Or,
Yeah, it is.
sorry, how do you say? How do you say? I'm sorry, I'm terrible at speaking. Matsentabra, something like that.
Yeah, that is yeah, pretty much. Um, and yeah, um, it is the look I use. It is his skin. Because it has been like late 2023 where he basically stopped playing the game, like played it very little, and yeah, I used the skin for him, keep him a little bit alive in the game still, even though he don't really play it anymore.
Yeah.
Because he is, I would say he is my favorite player of all time, and yeah, I also know him pretty good, and yeah, I just wear his skin basically for him actually.
Yeah. So like just to honor him, honor him.
Yeah, you could say.
Exactly. All right, man. We're about to finish. We're just almost done. Do you think that you will ever go for 50 million total cup points?
Yeah, I think I will get that at some time.
Okay, okay. And what are your plans, for the future? Now, after all this update messed up, after a lot of players, thinking that Cubs are completely dead, which I'm pretty sure it is dead already. Uh, what is your plan, and for in the game and outside, in your life?
Yes, so in the game, my plan is just I'm gonna continue playing. Um, yeah, gonna continue play as I normally will do in a season, maybe a little bit less. But yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty much like the plan. Just play, have fun with it, and yeah, play the game, get some cups, and just enjoy playing the cups.
Mm-hmm.
Rather when going for like big seasons, win a season, because that's you cannot really do that anymore with the update.
Yeah, and about life, maybe let's say Fingersoft doesn't do anything about it, and you somehow decide to focus more on your real life. What do you have any plans for your life in the future? Do you plan of like getting like a degree, playing going to are you in college?
Oh,
You're not university.
no, no, no.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it is. That's pretty much like all this stuff that basically my community had to ask you, man. Again, thank you so much, for stopping by. Thanks so much, for letting me, interview you. That's I really, appreciate it a lot. With the heart. Shout out, to the people, from to Danish people. I love them, bro. You guys are very friendly, actually. Like,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, I mean, I have a friend, which is the one that I mentioned, like earlier. I met her at school, bro,
Yes,
and she was like one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. Not gonna lie.
yeah. That happy you like us from Denmark.
Thank you, man. I mean, you're pretty chill, man. I thought you were gonna be like that kind of serious guy, say what you want, what you want. But no, man, you were chill, man. You were just going, with the flow. You felt comfortable. I hope I made you feel comfortable, and
Yeah, it has been good, I would say. Yeah,
that's good, man. It's always good.
but
I mean, yeah. I mean, again, I will let you go, man. I will let you get some rest, man. I hope to see you ever again on the leaderboards. And before we leave, I'll let you go, and let me know if I really said it or not. But what is your goal for cups? Like, what is your goal
um,
that once you set this, you will say it's over.
yeah, I think like basically my goal it has been for quite a long time at 100 million cups. Um,
Ooh,
like it is that could be like really big to achieve that.
that's a long journey, man.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not so sure if that will be true with this new cup system because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know, I don't really like it, but maybe give it some time and I just keep on playing because right now I do not play so much. Like the last week, I have not really played the game
Yeah,
because yeah, because I don't really like the update at all.
yeah.
But I think next month I'm also gonna play maybe a million like I kinda used to do per season,
Mm-hmm.
normal season.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right, but again, thank you so much, Faster. But yeah, man, thank you so much, for the time, I appreciate, man. I wish you nothing but the best, in the future for you, and again, all right. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate anything. Any last words before we leave?
yeah, I wanna say yeah, thank you. It's been a really chill call, and yeah, also all the best to you.
All right, thank you much. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. All right, thank you, man. Bye.
Bye.